Welcome to Growth Adventure Realty. Today we are going to take one little step back and evaluate what I call the three stages of negotiation. Step one, how we write the offer and make the offer more attractive to the seller. The contract in California that is done in that offer is a contract or a letter of intent, like we mentioned before, include some signals to the seller that the buyer is a strong buyer and we have some power to negotiate and we have some flexibility. Those elements are the price, time or the timing of closing escrow, and how we manage contingencies. By the way, if you want a tip about inspections, stay until the end. Take a little parenthesis and talk about what is a contingency and how that affects the presentation in the contract. A contingency is a condition that if for whatever reason is difficult or impossible to complete or to fulfill, is going to allow the buyer to walk away from the transaction without consequences. Let's review the three main contingencies: loan, appraisal, and investigation. Loan contingency. In this economy that everything can be changed in a dime, if the bank or the lender has inability to fund the loan, we will need to move away from the transaction and it's no consequence to the buyer. Appraisal contingency. The appraisal is done by a professional with license to do such job and is going to offer an opinion of value at a specific time of the appraisal. The appraisal can come higher, lower, or at value. At value meaning if we offer X and the appraisal came at X, nothing to do, we move forward. If the appraisal can higher, congratulations, you will have instant equity in the house. If the appraisal come lower, we will need to negotiate because the bank or the lender is only going to fund up to the amount of the appraisal. This will be a point of discussion later on in the program. Investigation. The investigation includes a physical review of the home done by a professional that is going to look at all the mechanics of the home: foundation, roof, electric, plumbing, every single part of the home, how the windows are working, etc. We actually recommend for the buyer to do all the possible inspections that will bring the buyer a clear picture of the condition of the house and that the house is up to their expectations. Also, part of the investigation is the review of the documentation related to the property. If title is in order, if the house has any pending issues with taxes, or the house has liens, or the house has pending issues with the city. So whenever all that is clear and clarified, we can move forward. Now that we clarified the contingencies, we can talk about how the contingencies make the offer more attractive to the seller. Of course, we talk that if we have a full pre-approval of the loan, we can release the loan contingency, but release all contingencies is a risky proposition, normally associated with investors buying the home and with a cash offer. One way to make the offer more attractive to the seller is reducing the contingency periods or submitting the offer with one or two contingencies instead of the three. So that give the idea to the seller that this is a very strong offer and is less worried during that contingency period that the transaction may end without success. We establish rapport with the selling team. We discuss how we can present the offer in paper to call the attention of the seller. And now we wait for the seller to make the final decision and approve the offer. After the approval, we will step in the stage 2 of the negotiation process, and that will be part of the following video for next week. Wait a moment, the tip on inspections is coming up. If you have questions, please leave it in the comments. If you like, please click the like button, or better yet, subscribe. And I hope to see you next time. All the questions, comments, or suggestions are going to be answered. Thank you so much. Have a great week.
Hello everyone, I'm performing a home inspection out in Moreno Valley today. Just want to point something out in this video. So when you have an HVAC duct system in the garage, it's not supposed to be flex. It's supposed to be solid, like this one right here. So it's an easy fix. The reason being is if there was a fire breaks out, it's going to burn right through there, travel up to the house. So always get a home inspection done. If you need a home inspector, give me a call at area code 626-905-2750. Have a good one.